Yo, guys, what's up? I'm here with Fanboy Prime again for episode 6 of going through my comic book collection. Got a bunch of Superman and Superman related books left over here. So let's just jump into it. Really quick, we had bottom tier collector in here tailgating. What's up, man?
I love that.
I don't know if he's still in here because he said it was his son's birthday today. So
Yeah,
happy
his
birthday
son
to him.
son turned 5, so
Oh,
Ollie
that's
sent
awesome.
him a Red Hulk toy.
That's awesome, man. All right, let's just jump right in, I guess. I mean, you want to start or you want me to start?
You go ahead and start, and I'll be
All right.
your co-host. I'm trying to see if I can pull up the chat because I can't see it on my. I don't know why. It was working earlier. Hmm.
Might be
So I'm
just a
gonna.
StreamYard thing.
Yeah, I had it working during my live stream. It was great, even though I used my laptop and my phone. That way I can
Oh, yeah.
go back and forth.
I do the same. I use the phone here just in case the comments don't pop up on StreamYard.
Right, right.
Lady
Lady
Prime in the
Prime in the
chat.
chat.
Kicking it off here with some Superman Doomsday Hunter Prey. I've got book 1 and book 2. Somehow book 3 is like mysteriously disappeared. I have no idea what happened to it. But I do have the trade paperback of this too, so I got all 3 collected in the trade.
Nice, nice.
Got some annuals here from Armageddon 2001. Looks like Superman's getting sworn in as the president.
I had that one at one point, and I have no idea where that wound up.
Yeah. If I remember right, these were most of these annuals I got at flea markets and stuff back in the day.
Nice, nice.
What's up,
It's a lot of
comic
bang for your.
bookworm?
It's a lot of bang for your buck because they're normally, cheaper,
Oh
and then
yeah.
it's a thicker book.
Back then it was like 75 cents on a dollar.
Oh yeah.
Now I can't even like find dollar boxes in my area, man. The
And
guy
there's
that used
one
to sell them,
store.
yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I
bro.
said I got one store that I recently visited. They've got 50-cent bins and dollar bins.
Oh
It's
God,
just hard for me to make it over there.
yeah. I always said if I ever get to move again, I'm gonna base that on what comic shops have the best boxes.
What's up, dude?
I got let's see, I got an annual here, year Superman Year One, Annual 7.
Sweet. I don't think I have any of the year one annuals.
Came out in '95, so that was I'd already been collecting a couple years at that point. I've got an older one here, Superman Special number 1 from 1983. I think this is a one shot.
Oh, that's
Kind of looks
awesome.
like
Yeah, yeah.
DC's version of Modoc there on the cover behind Superman.
I've seen that one in the bins before. I've never picked it up though.
Yeah, I need to read it. I haven't read it in years. I've got another Bloodlines here. This is Annual 5 with the Eradicator and Loose Cannon on the cover.
Yeah, see, I've got that one.
This one, I think it came from my buddy Trix. It's Natrix,
Oh, nice,
if I
nice.
remember right. And got a little Elseworlds here. This is like it's a 2-part Elseworld story, and it's an awesome read. It's one of my favorites in the Elseworlds stories back in the day. It starts with Adventures of Superman Annual 6. and it concludes with Superboy Annual 1.
I remember someone commenting in one of your streams, whether they did in the comments or live stream, about that story.
It's really good. Definitely recommend
Nice.
reading it. I won't spoil anything. It's like set in like a, I guess you could say a dystopian, like apocalyptic future.
What year is that?
1994.
Okay. So I have one of the Elseworlds annuals, but it's the one where Superman's in the tiger outfit on the cover.
This one.
Yes. Yeah.
This is one that I forgot I had until I was looking through my books. It's Annual 6. I used to love the Elseworld stories back in the day.
Yeah.
I had one Speeding Bullets. It was a
Dude,
Superman Batman. I
I
don't know
had
what
that
happened
book.
to that one though.
Same thing. I don't know what I did with mine. That's
Yeah.
a cool story. And I saw recently McFarlane Toys released the Speeding Bullets
I
Batman
saw
Superman.
that.
What do you want to call it? Yeah.
I've seen that around a couple of times, man. I've come so close to buying it, but I've already got like so many Batman figures. It's like I don't know, man. I don't need another Batman on the shelf. What's up, Troy's Reviews? Thanks for popping in, man. Going older here again. I have a Superman 100-page spectacular, and I'm not sure if this was a one shot or maybe it's a reprint of stories. I know a lot of these 100-pagers would do that. Have like just reprinted stories and maybe like one original story.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. I've been wanting to try to collect some of those. I know that who is it? Was it Tim was also showing off that he had a whole bunch of those 100-page giants?
I believe so. Oh yeah, this has the reprint of the first Superman Red and Blue in it.
Oh, nice.
That's an issue from the Silver Age. I'm probably need to track down one of these days. We've got man, just going back and forth between old and new, kind of like the last year's going through the collection, just all over the place. Got a Bloodlines Outbreak, Superman Annual 5 with Cyborg Superman on the cover. And speaking of Cyborg Superman, another shout out to Shop for Comics for the new YouTube icon, man.
Oh yeah, he's hit up just about everybody in the community, man. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like when they did, I think Brian had the background image was the whole lineup, just every little
that looked awesome.
YouTuber with the costume. Yeah. Oh, Bookworm is asking how you distinguish the Elseworld via cover. So,
right at the top above the trade dress, it actually says Elseworlds on it. It might be hard to read through YouTube.
also, there used to be a little, I guess it's that circle with the star would be on some of the books too. There'd be a little Elseworld symbol.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right up there. But Elseworlds was basically DC's version of Marvel's What If.
Right. So it would come out like that year they did a whole bunch of annuals, or it would just be like one shots.
Yeah.
You would get one shots, and I'm not sure when they did away with it. I know it was prevalent in the 90s.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish they would bring it back. I know they did the Dark Multiverse thing, and that's basically like Elseworlds. But I would like to see Elseworlds make a comeback.
Right. Because the Tales from the Dark Multiverse, everyone ends with it's a negative, how the world comes to an end because of it. Yeah.
I got another older book here. It's Superman issue 6, 80-page giant.
That's awesome.
And again, I think all these like 100-page and 80-page giants were reprints of other stories. I'm pretty sure. It's like an old school Bizarro Lois and Bizarro.
The only one I have like that is a giant Superman annual, the reprint.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now, I don't know if it's a reprint of like the one of the first annuals or something like that, but yeah, picked that up on the cheap.
What's up, bottom tier? Welcome back in, man. And I've got a movie adaptation here of Superman 3. I love the back cover on this. It's got that iconic image of Christopher Reeve.
Oh, that's awesome. I probably
I've
display
actually
it
got,
like that.
Yeah. I thought about trying to get a clear backing board or something for it. I've
Oh man,
got
those things are
another
so
version
cool,
of
but
it.
they're a little pricey.
Yeah, they are. And the cover's a little bit different.
Nice.
But this is like the Carl's Jr. / Hardy's 7-Up promotion book of it.
It's pretty awesome.
I didn't put a backing board in this one just for the back cover.
Yeah.
But I probably need to. I've got one here that I think came out in 2018 or 2019. It's a 100-page giant man and Superman. And this was basically a another like retelling of his origin story. It reminded me a lot of the John Byrne Man of Steel 6-issue miniseries.
Who was the writer on that? Was that Marv Wolfman?
Yeah, Marv Wolfman.
No, okay.
I think me and Tim and I think it was Retro Tigo that did a review of this book on the Phantom Zone once.
Okay, nice.
Or it might have been an episode of Fanboys. I can't remember. Got Legacy of Superman issue 1.
Put the backing board in the center, Russ. What's he talking about?
Some people do that. They put the backing board in the center of the book. So it still like keeps it from bending.
Got you. I
And
see
you
what he's
can
saying.
see the
Okay.
front and back cover. And I've got another copy of Legacy of Superman, but this one is the one that I won from Silverhead Bronze Age Babe that's signed by Kurt Swan.
Nice.
Yep. For those that don't know, he was a Silver Age Superman artist. And what's
Yeah,
cool
long
is
time artist.
she included a picture of Kurt Swan in the back actually signing the book.
Oh, that's awesome.
I geeked out when I won this lot, man. I became a pretty big fan of Kurt Swan's work when I first started getting into Silver Age books. And completely out of order, I have another Bloodlines 5 with Cyborg.
The one I came across is a newsstand, so I was like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know if I want to keep it for all the complete reign of the Superman collection or not. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know.
It's hard sometimes, man, when there's when there's multiple printings and then it's crazy. It's hard to keep up with.
Oh, that's awesome. Bottom tier got a Marv Wolfman autograph too, huh?
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Oh, dang, on Mega Man 3, that was the first Lobo, right?
It's awesome.
Got Year 1 Doomsday Annual.
I've never owned that book.
Really? Here's another cool one from the Armageddon run. It's Superman Annual 3.
Pirate Boots?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that book before. I've never bought it.
The cape with the collar on it and the gloves. I've got a couple copies of Man of Steel Annual 4.
Bookworm is asking for a quick link.
Oh, you want to jump on, Bookworm?
You're okay if I... Oh, no, never mind. It's on my phone. Never mind. I can't do it.
I'll just drop it in the chat. There you go, Bookworm. I've got Man of Steel Annual 1, Eclipso, The Darkness Within.
Oh, yeah. So that's when annuals had a storyline that ran throughout all the annuals. So that was a big one that year.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know they ever did that.
Yeah. So, and then there's also an Eclipso one-shot. And so some of those one-shots you can have, there's like a little plastic crystal or jewel on one of Eclipso's eyes. And so that was
cool.
the gimmick for that book. And you'll find a lot of them ripped off. I guess it didn't fit good in the back and board.
Yeah. Here's Naman.
Hey guys.
What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Bookworm?
Yeah.
Naman?
Hey, I'm doing a huge, what do you call it, a deep dive into a Superman origin stories.
Yeah.
From Action Comic #1 to Superman #1 to, and whatever origin story that, I'm keeping track of all the, how they're changing his power set, how he go from leaping from one building to the next to,
yeah,
just floating, and just floating without any propulsion, right? But
yeah,
where he just lifts a car to now he can lift a train, or airplane. I mean, so I'm keeping track of all that. I'm doing a little deep dive, how he has evolved through the Golden Age to Silver Age to Bronze Age and to modern books. So if you have any you guys have any books that shows any kind of a origin story in it?
I got some like reprints of the first issues.
Yeah, I have reprints. I mean, that's what obviously I'm doing by reprints. I'm not going to be able to do by original books. But
I know. So, like, you're looking for like miniseries and stuff.
Right there, fanboy, right there. That one you're just showing right now. That's original.
Yeah. So that's when Jeff Johns kind of retouched up on the origin. That's Secret Origin. That one's from 2009. There's one that Mark Waid did. I don't own it, but I can message you on Instagram whenever I kind of put together a list or whatnot.
I mean, if you guys, you don't have to put an effort. If you guys happen to know which one it is, let me know. I appreciate it because I'm collecting all kind of different origin stories, whether it's going to be just from Elseworld or because like issue number 300, Superman issue number 300, even though it doesn't say Elseworld at the time, that's back in '74.
Right, that would have been
alternate story. They made an alternate story that's not from Alt 1, it's a different Earth. So
like you want Speeding Bullets, Superman Speeding Bullets. That's an Elseworld story. In that story, Kal-El doesn't land in Metropolis. Or in Kansas. He lands in Gotham, and so he's adopted by the Waynes. Do you want stories like that?
Well, yeah, those are good. My main point is I want to keep the what do you call it, canon.
Okay.
Canon story, but even if you know, even if they're Elseworlds, they will try to keep consistent with canon of the Superman power set, right? Let's say, like right now in action number 1, Superman only knows how to leap.
Right.
He doesn't really fly. And matter of fact, in action number 1, Superman rides on these telephone poles. And
He hops.
He hops from one telephone pole to the next, and so on. But when does he start flying? When does he just fly and, you know?
Well, some of that stuff wasn't introduced in the comics. It was initially introduced in like radio shows and TV shows and stuff.
Yeah, well.
So it's kind of hard to tell you when it gets transitioned to the comics.
That's what I'm doing deep dive on, is when do they first show these things? You know, even if it was introduced in radio show, when was the first issue that shows that his Superman is flying? You know,
damn, that's cool.
That's gonna be awesome.
And so I'm really, so I'm like any Superman fan. I know Ross. I know Ross is a huge Superman fan, so I figured I wanted to jump in there and say, hey, I want to, you know, if you know any of those kind of issues, let me know, you know. And because like Superman, I think number 53 and action, I mean, there's a whole bunch of them where they actually shows changes. Like in Action Comic 1, origin story is basically 1 page. And then there's a little blob about one little block about science that was Clark Kent's superpower. There's science to it. And then in Superman number 1, only a year after that, only like exactly a year after Action Comic number 1, Superman number 1 comes out. And the origin story turns from 1 page into 3 pages. And 2 pages are basically his origin story. Then they dedicate 1 whole page to science of Superman's superpower, you know. And you'd be interested to know that his superpower is not because, well, he get his strength because the Krypton is bigger planet than the our planet. So that's how he get his strength, but it's not an enormous amount of strength, you know. But he does get all these different power, like a leaping ability and things like that, because they are a million years more evolved than us. That's the explanation, not because of you know. So it's like and then
so it evolves from being a different planet. Then at some point it becomes the Earth's yellow sun is like his battery power. You want to explore how it goes along the years then.
Yeah, like when did they say, hey, it's because of yellow sun, you know? And first book, they don't even mention Kent's. I mean, first frame, some motor vehicles picked up the baby from the rocket ship and gave it to the orphanage. that's
right.
All. But then the second book said, well, there's a scientist father who sent the rocket out, and Mary Clark and Mary Kent and her husband pick up the kid, and they adopted back from the orphanage. So it's just different. And it's sort of, I want to point out some of the contradiction when they have a contradiction, like first print, action number 1, it says a motor vehicles. So just 1 person turns into 2 person, and then they adopt the kid back. And it's not Martha. It's not Martha Kent. It's Mary Kent, very first. So, so I want to point out all those things.
I'll have to get back with you and message you on Instagram or something like that whenever I can remember some of those points. I can't pull it out of my head right here and now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I just thought this is just fun. What do you call it? I'm gonna call it a deep dive into Superman's origin story. So anyway,
That's cool.
That's an awesome project.
So I just wanted to, hey, I'm calling out you guys. I probably call out on Legion, Mark from Legion, because I know he has a lot of DC books, and probably be Joe from Anachronics. But
Comic Fu 2814 is really knowledgeable as well.
Comic who?
Comic Fu 2814.
I don't know him, so okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure you guys would love that kind of project too. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So anyway, go ahead.
Awesome, man.
Keep on showing your stuff. Let me.
You want to go ahead and show a few fanboys since you're blowing up here?
So a few years ago, I stumbled across the Secret Files and Origins. Actually, I think the first one I ever stumbled across was 05. It's the Superman Secret Files and Origins, and it kind of just goes on what's going on at that time or whatnot. And so just as I ran into my collecting, I kept coming across them throughout the years. So there was one from 98 dealing with the, blue-powered Superman, which this is my most recent Secret Files and Origins pickup. I think I got this from Comics for Cheap. He's here on YouTube, and he also sells on Instagram. Pick that up. Happened to find this one. This is the Secret Files and Origins. This is June 2000. It's just Metropolis. So it's going to have, give you, information on various things that's going on in the books at that time. This one is from March of 2001. This is President Luthor, Secret Files and Origins.
Oh, nice.
This one is from August of 2001. This is the Our Worlds at War, Secret Files and Origins. So dealing with the Empirix war and whatnot. I picked up 2004 Secret Files and Origins. And then the last one, it's the most recent one I've seen, is the Superman 2009 Secret Files and Origins. And this is when they have the new Krypton.
Oh, cool.
This was right after Infinite Crisis. I think Jeff Johns had taken over Action Comics and brought Brainiac back. And so Brainiac had, the Shrunken Cities or whatnot. Well, they get released, and so basically new Krypton comes into play.
That one might have some origin story in there too.
Yeah. I don't own many, so I don't consider it a run. But DC Comics Presents was a Superman title at the time. Yeah. Superman team up issue. So I have DC Comics Presents. This is 29 with the Spectre, which this one was a strictly cover by. Just awesome.
I love that cover. I love the Spectre, so
can't go wrong with the Spectre Speedo.
Say that again.
Can't go wrong with the Spectre Speedo.
I got DC Comics Presents 49. This is
I love
that. I love that. With Black Adam there. This is I don't know, they consider this a Black Adam key, so yeah. And then I got this one, first Superboy Prime, because I'm a huge Superboy Prime fan. Him becoming a villain under Jeff Johns' writing. So yeah, so those are the only three DC Comics Comics Presents I have. When I was at I go to this repeating show. They'd run it about 4 or 5 times a year in San Antonio, the Ekman's Card Comics and Toy Show. There was one guy who was just only collecting DC Comics Presents. It was pretty cool to see him go. We kind of kept bumping into each other at different tables, and he was always hitting those up.
That'd be awesome to see Brainiac on the big screen finally.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So Superman Shazam First Thunder, this is a miniseries. This is Judd Winnick writing, but this is one of the few books that I see Joshua Middleton interiors.
Oh,
so
really?
That's issue 1, issue 2. It's pretty cool. It's supposed to be the first time Superman and Shazam meet up. One of those retconnings, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so,
you guys familiar with all the New 52 and all the retcon stuff going on after New 52?
Most of my collection is pre-New 52. I didn't really read any of the New 52 stuff, and then I got back on during Rebirth when they kind of brought back the the pre-New 52 universe.
Yeah,
These
I
are
wasn't really
Superman.
big into New 52 either.
So wait, you actually are a Superboy Prime Mark, Fanboy Prime. I love the idea of there being a superpowered Superman that's evil. So this is the Adventures of Superman 1,000,000. Technically, this is a one-shot. Unlike Zero Hour, which ran through the triangle numbers, these did not include triangle numbers, but they're during that time period.
Is that an Elseworld mark right there?
No.
It's not Elseworld.
I think this is just a storyline they were doing at the time. I believe it's like an alternate future or something like that, or what is going to be the future. But I don't see why it wouldn't be considered an Elseworld, but I don't see any markings on it. That's the Man of Steel 1,000,000 I was talking about last week that I couldn't find. I found that. I found the Superman Beyond at 0.
Oh,
So
sweet.
this is like the Batman Beyond universe Superman. This is from the Superman Y2K storyline, which is a triangle number book, but a one-shot.
Oh, Y2K, really?
Oh, yeah. So, and, of course, they were going to use Brainiac during that time period to catch in on the hysteria. This is Superman of America, also a triangle number book, one of the one-shots that ran during the triangle numbers. And I stumbled across the Superman of America miniseries at Half Price Books recently, and I passed on it, and I don't know that I should have. I think you showed this off, Russ, the Superman Red, Superman Blue, 3D cover, and then I guess it came with this also.
Yeah.
That was a good find. I have a really, and I don't know that you here it looks white, but on mine, there's a whole bunch of black on it. So someone had left this out, and so mine is dirty. But luckily, I found the regular cover, but with a DC Universe logo variant.
Man.
So yeah,
that one's hard to find, dude.
Yeah, those are I got all the wedding covers. I mean, not all, but I got all those. I try to collect all the Superman wedding covers. With
nice, yeah. I did notice that. Yeah, you did. You showed that off in one of your haul videos with Otaku one time.
Yeah,
I thought that was a cool little collection to have.
Take it easy.
This is also one of the.
Out, bro.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, bottom tier. Have a good one, man. This is also a one shot. This is Superman Save the Planet, but it's also a triangle number there. So during that time period, I want to say this is one of those acetate cover books.
I've got that one in here somewhere myself.
Oh, do you? Awesome.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones I picked up in the dollar bin, and I thought it was so cool.
Okay, yeah. Well, I want that. I want that.
I never knew it had that cover on it, man. I've never opened mine. I've had it forever, and I never even do it.
When I bought the book, it was in a terrible bag and board, where like the board is no longer white, starts getting brown, and so I had to replace it. I have this cover, the Superman Forever.
Oh yeah, that's a great.
But my lenticular is like all worn out. It's so ugly.
Yeah, that's how mine is, man. It got all scratched up somehow.
Like it didn't hold, but luckily I did get the regular cover, the better cover, just the Alex Ross art on it. So
nice. It's
beautiful
hard to beat Alex Ross Superman.
Then I also have the Superman 10-cent adventure. It's a one shot, where they were promoting stuff, and so you could get this book for 10 cents. It's pretty cool little gimmick that they did. I think it was March of 2003. So pick up a
think at 10.0.
So to pick up a 10-cent book, awesome. Oh yeah. Oh man, with a staple running through, like I can't. That was a bunch of.
So you
nonsense.
gotta add the staples to it. You gotta add the staples.
Yeah.
bonus template.
Oh, that's hilarious, Manny. And then so I don't know. And then I had pulled these out, just the Superman Secret Origin. This is
cool.
This is when Jeff Johns kind of redoes the origin. Would have been right after Infinite Crisis, and so connecting covers. I think it's
yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So it kind of touches up upon his, because DC got rid of the history. I'm sorry, DC got rid of his history with the
Legion
of Superheroes. So they kind of brought it back with this.
When did that happen? When did that happen?
When did what happen?
Got rid of Superboy's origin story with the.
It was after Crisis, wasn't it?
Yeah, that would have been the John Byrne Man of Steel, because it would have been, there was no Superboy, he was only Superman.
Yeah, they
And
kinda
so
wrote
we're
him out
talking
with
about
that.
almost a 15 to 16 year period before they brought it back. And Jeff Johns kind of reintroduces it through this.
Mm.
And it goes through his Planet years. They kind of reintroduce back the idea of the crystals. You got, I guess they go from the Silver Age kind of Jor-El and Lara, because then they had the Burn version, but then they kind of moved this. They introduced this with like the movie version, tie it in with that.
Yeah, I need to get these books right here. These series. I don't have these series. I need to get these.
And then you finish it off with
Cool.
So this one, I had the full miniseries. I don't know where my original number 6 went. So this is I had to rebuy this one recently.
Cool.
Other than that, Russ, I just have the Superman Batman series. I don't know if you read that.
Yeah, I've got a few of them in here too. I think it's in this box.
And then I have some of the Man of Tomorrows.
You got the Birthright?
What's that?
I know I do not have that one. I think that's Mark Wade's writing of it.
Yeah,
Man of Tomorrow 11 and Man of Tomorrow 13.
Pretty intensive. Pretty intensive origin stories in it.
The Toy Man
that
is a
was
cool character, Manny.
Do you have these?
Who was talking about the Toy Man story from the 90s when Toy Man kills Cat Grant's son? That's a legit story there.
Right here?
That's a crazy storyline. Oh yeah, the Man of Steel miniseries.
That's origin story again. But
that's John Byrne. That's 86.
Yeah, I didn't like this origin story.
Really?
What? That's like one of my favorite single issues.
I don't know. I didn't like the design of all the stuff.
Yeah, it was when they just rebooted it after the Crisis on Infinite Earths story.
This has origin story in there, Secret Origins. You guys got that? Now, if this is Secret Origin Volume 3, I think. If we delve into all the Secret Origins, it always begins with Superman. It seems like they always begin with Superman's origin story. Because
the one that ran through the 80s, I think, began with the Golden Age Superman.
And this one, Birthright, I just recently got all of them, all 12 of them for like less than $2 each.
Nice.
Yeah, so this. And basically that one page is Superman origin story turned into 12 books. I mean, it explains how even Krypton. I guess it even explains how Krypton gets into planet Earth. How they got into planet Earth. So these are that. I'm really excited about this project.
Yeah, that's a pretty big.
Yeah, it's a huge
big
project. It's a huge project, right? But I happen to have a lot of origin stories from the 70s. Now this has an origin story in it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's normally these are reprints, right? But they were very, very vague on origin story, whether it was a first time printed or not. But it is first time printed origin story in here. Where Superman's green custom? I mean the Kal-El's. I mean Superman's father's green custom.
Oh, Jor-El.
Jor-El. Yeah, Jor-El. Yeah, it's in here, but I don't know if that's where it started. But anyway. This is a color version. Then this one is very first same origin story, but it's in black and white.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's that, and of course, this is there's no Elseworld marking on it. By the way, this is my own slabbing. But
Superman 300, nice.
yeah, this is a origin story. That's sort of like fake origin story. I mean, not. I mean, elsewhere kind of story. But then I'm relying on, of course, a lot of reprints.
Yeah.
Oh
This
yeah.
this has origin story. This has origin story. And
Oh nice. I gotta check that out.
Superman 53 has origin story, but those are like any good grade. You have to pay thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for like low grade ones. Anyway, so yeah, so you guys get run into anything that has like whenever you see this custom right there, these guys custom. To me, that indicates, hey, they're gonna do something with their origin stories, you know. So
Have a good one, Manny. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Manny. Anyway, put put me down for the big screen, please.
Okay. I guess I'll jump back in here. I've got a couple of the Dark Multiverse stories. Actually, just one. That other one was Blackest Night, but this was the Death of Superman retelling, where Lois just kind of flipped out.
Is that Lois?
Yeah.
Does she do something with the Eradicator in that one? How does
Yeah, I can't remember. It's been so long
I
since
don't
read
remember either, but I know basically she goes insane, right? Superman
Yeah.
dies, and
Yeah, Lois flips.
Does she take a Superman super potion? Become a
I
superwoman?
can't remember how she got the powers, but it kind of goes over where Doomsday kills Superman, and yeah, it looks like Eradicator might have been involved. There's the panel with like Lois in costume. But that's a really cool read, I think. I kind of like the aspect of it.
You guys read the All Star Superman?
I've got the first issue, but I've never actually read the whole story.
The book, that movie is pretty good on an animation movie.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
DC they're so good with their animation.
Yeah.
There's a Blackest Night. Yeah, it says one shot.
Russ, is that the I think that's the ratio variant on that one.
Is it?
What's it say on there? 121 on your barcode? Sorry, barcode.
Yeah, 00121.
Yeah.
Dang, I had no idea it was a variant.
Yeah, because that's Shane Davis cover. Yeah, I think that's the ratio variant because I have the second printing of that, but mine's in the red tint. And so I'm pretty sure you got the ratio variant on that. I don't believe that was the original cover. It's pretty cool.
I had no idea. Speaking of the All-Star Superman, I've got a couple free comic book day versions.
Oh, cool.
Of issue 1.
Oh, nice, nice.
Got a Superman 3D here, issue 1, which I'm thinking was a one-shot. I don't know if this was a mini series or just a one-shot.
I think you're the only person, or the only time I've ever seen that book is on your streams.
Really?
I look for that in the wild, and I never find it.
I can't remember.
That's the Forever People on the cover?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got this one in an AOK. It still has the 3D glasses.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never did. I was tempted, but I never did rip them out.
No, don't. Don't. Sometimes, sometimes we just collect we don't have to be reading all the time.
Yeah. Here's the Man of Tomorrow run. I
Oh
don't know
man,
how many issues that went for, but I'm missing
I
a few.
think it went to 15.
Oh, really?
I think.
I don't. I kept missing the day because it was coming out quarterly, and they would always like sell out before I could get to them. But I got issue 1.
Is this his Smaller Times?
Yeah, I believe he was still. Yeah, he still had the long hair when these were out. This was 1995. It goes from issue 1 to issue 3. And it goes from 3 to 5. And then it goes from 5 to 7. So apparently I was avoiding even numbers on this one.
Who is she? Who is she?
That's Maxima.
She wanted to be Superman's mate. That was her gimmick or her story. It said Superman was the only suitable mate for her.
She had a how'd she gain her power?
I don't remember, but her first appearance was in a Superman book in 91, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. She, if not 91, 90, she's an alien princess or something like that. Superman is the only suitable mate for her in all the galaxy. For a while, she was even a member of the Justice League. She reverts from, she was a hero for a while there. He kind of reformed her. But the last I ever read of her, she was in her villainous ways.
Okay.
So yeah, the Man of Tomorrow 15 is the last issue. It ends with the Day of Judgment tie-in.
Keeping in step with the rhythm here of skipping even numbers, it goes from 7 to issue 9. And I love this cover with like all the different Supermen on it.
I appreciate you guys. Let me interrupting you guys. I appreciate.
Oh, no problem, Nama.
I better go though. So I appreciate you guys.
For anybody that don't know Comic Bookworm, at the end of the stream, I will put his link in the description with Fanboy Primes.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it.
Nama, y'all doing anything tonight?
Tonight, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Good night. I mean,
thanks for hanging out, man.
All right, Nama. It's good seeing you.
Peace, bro. And see, it goes from 9 to issue 10. So I broke the even number curse there. I actually have 2 copies of number 10 for some reason.
Nice. This is those random books you wind up with multiples of.
Yeah. I've got a New 52 Superman Unchained, and I think this was a miniseries, but I've only got the first issue.
I think during New 52, but it was supposed to be a out of continuity story, I believe.
I think so, yeah, because I remember like variant covers of this, and some of the variant covers for each issue had like the Reign of Superman on them. Like had like Cyborg, Eradicator on some of the variants. See, I've got one of the Superman 1 millions here.
I think that's the Superman title proper.
Yeah, I believe so.
Nice.
I've got Superman's nemesis Lex Luthor, issue number 4 of 4.
Awesome.
And see, this is only one of 2 Future State books in my collection because I completely skipped Future State, but I ended up getting a couple in AOKs. And this one is Superman versus Imperious Lex.
Okay. Yeah. That was in a few of the multi-packs they would sell. So I may have one of those from this, just buying a multi-pack.
Yeah. But yeah, I completely skipped the whole Future State run. I've got a Superman Man of Steel one shot, or no, well, it was I guess it was a one shot. It came in a Kenner 2-pack of
Oh, nice,
Hunter Prey
nice.
Superman and Doomsday.
Yeah,
I couldn't resist to open that figure and display it out of box. Ordered it on eBay last year or the year before last. And
that's cool.
the
No, I
card was
would have.
pretty the card was pretty bad, so I decided to go ahead and open it.
It was worth sacrificing.
Yeah.
What's up, bottom tier? He's back in the chat.
Welcome back, bottom tier. So I've got Superman Man of Steel Gallery here.
Oh, nice.
This was one of the like poster books.
Yeah.
There was a few of these that I was so tempted to take out back in the day, but I didn't. I left it complete.
I don't know if that's the
Pretty cool.
one. There's a second printing that's floating around too. That's apparently hard to get.
Yeah, I've seen a couple people show that.
Yeah, I think it's Iconic Ones. It's usually the one I see.
Yeah.
Chop in the
But
chat.
there's,
What's up, Chop?
Yo, Chop, what's going on, brother? There's one here that's like hilarious, man. It's kind of a Beavis and Butthead take on Superman. I had to open this up and show that.
Oh, that'd have been hard not to put on the wall.
Yeah, because I was a big like Beavis and Butthead fan back in the day when that show was originally out, man. But they got some really cool art in this book.
Nice.
These next three are promo books. This was also in that set that I won from Silverhead Bronze Age Babe that had the Kurt Swan signature. This is from Radio Shack. It was a 3-part story. And what's cool is I believe it was this issue. This actually came out July 1980, the year I was born.
Sweet.
So that's
Birthday
kinda like,
book.
Yep. I know Metarog, he loves his promo book. So if he's watching this on the replay, he'd probably say, I got those too. And
What's
I got
up, Cole?
Yo, Cole, I didn't see you pop in, man. Congrats on hitting 1,000, brother.
Oh yeah, congratulations.
I've got some of the Millennium Edition reprints here. Got one
I
for
was
Man of
was
Steel.
waiting for that, Cole. I didn't want to do this, Cole, but you know.
Fanboy cheated. Let's get a look at that belt, man.
No, it's not it's like the toy one. It's not a.
Oh, okay.
It's not the.
It looked legit
It's not
on the
real.
on the small screen.
It's all I had to be able to. The second I won the title from David's Comics and Wrestling, I brought it out the next morning in my live stream.
That's awesome, dude.
Oh man.
Fanboy Prime
Cole
is
ain't
the
never gonna
worst
let me live
heel.
that one down. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I got the Millennium Edition reprint of Man of Steel.
That's cool.
And see, I got the Millennium Edition reprint of World's Finest issue 71. And I think it's either this one or this Superman Millennium Edition reprint of issue 76, where Batman and Superman find out each other's identities for the first time. These are some Silver
That's
Age
World
reprints.
Finest 71.
Yep, 71.
I'm curious
It
what
might
the
have been this
significance
one.
of that
They
is.
were on a cruise together and ended up finding out each other's identities. And this is like an iconic Neil Adams cover, but it is the Millennium Edition reprint of 233.
Oh, I would love to get that book.
Yeah. I've got a wall plaque of this up on the wall right over there. This one's definitely on the want list. One of these days, I'm gonna get lucky and find a good deal on the real thing. And I got the Millennium reprint of the Death of Superman.
Nice. I think I have one of those somewhere.
I didn't even know about these Millennium reprints until I got them in a prize package.
Okay, so that World's Finest, that Millennium Edition,
Yeah.
some people consider that to be the first regular feature of the Batman of Earth 1.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why they would have reprinted that. It also says the bat rope is officially given its name. Prior to that issue, it was only known as the silken cord or the traveling cord.
I didn't know that.
Okay, that issue.
Yeah.
That issue also shifts from solo stories. I guess back then, World's Finest had a Batman story and a Superman story.
Yeah.
So then from that issue on, it became a team-up book.
Oh, okay.
So pretty cool. It
I
says
know
that
I looked
issue
up the original one time, and it was pretty pricey.
It says that book is also considered by some comic indexers to be the first issue to regularly feature the Superman of Earth 1. So, wow, pretty significant book.
Got a one shot here, Superman for the Animals.
Never seen it.
And I got issue 1 of, what'd you say, bro?
I never seen that one either. Your other promo book.
Oh yeah. Got Eradicator 1. And
That's cool.
I think this was a continuing series, but for some reason I only picked up issue 1.
I'd like to find that. I don't have that one either.
Really?
That's cool.
Yes. Came out in August of '96. I'm pretty sure he had it continue. I want to say it continued for a while. But oh, there's that Superman book you showed. Save the Planet. It was
I think that
taped
issue is
shut,
about saving the Daily
taped shut
Planet.
when
I
I
think.
got it, but I never opened it. So I wouldn't have known it was an acetate cover, man.
Like I said, I got it recently and I was rebagging and boarding it. That's how I found out, because I thought it was kind of for being a one shot. I was kind of like, it's kind of a block cover. But then, finding that out, I was like, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
I've got some Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane here. This was an 80-page giant. And this was another one that just reprinted some of the Lois Lane stories.
Oh, that's awesome. That's beautiful.
I've got Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane issue 111. And this one was an awesome AOK that I got from my friend Sharon, Life with Two YouTubers. This is a cover that Bub's Comics would probably start drooling over. But it's got kind of the Gulliver's Travel homage there, where they're all like tying her down. Just a classic Lois Lane cover.
That's crazy.
I wanted to start collecting this run, man, but some of those early issues are just ridiculously expensive, man.
Bookworm loving that wedding cover.
Yeah. And see, I've got, this is from the Lois Lane miniseries that came out a couple years ago. It's the only one I've got. It's issue 10.
Oh, that's nice.
And I'm pretty sure I got this in AOK from Chop and Drop. Shout out to him. See, I've got a little Smallville mini series here. Smallville Chaos. 1, 2. I'm pretty sure it was only 4 issues.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I was a huge Smallville fan back in the day when it was originally on. I would never miss an episode, man.
My brother was the Smallville fan.
Yeah.
He'd always be talking to me about Clark and Lana, and I'm like, what's he talking about? Like, it didn't click into my head. I'm like, it's a show about Superman. Like,
I was so invested in that show back in the day, man. Even like some of the episodes that were bad, I would still watch. Because they had a couple stinkers in there.
yeah.
But yeah, it's like, to me, Michael Rosenbaum still like one of the all-time best Lex Luthors. His portrayal in that role really still stands up.
And he was also the voice of the Flash on the Justice League cartoons, correct?
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
I think he
awesome.
was. Let me look that. I'm gonna look that up.
I know him and Tom Welling have actually been
A
dropping
podcast,
hints
right?
that, yeah. And they've dropped a few hints that they were working on a Smallville animated series. So that would be cool to see. I remember being so disappointed in the final episode that we didn't get a good shot of him as Superman. I felt so cheated after watching that show for 10 years.
That was one of their things. They said no
Yeah.
flights and no tights.
But man,
I guess
they could have given us a taste in the final episode of a full shot instead of like CGI from a million miles away. I mean, come on, man. And then they finally did the crossover with the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover with the CW shows, and they freaking depowered them in that.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
God, screw you guys.
Yeah, he was the voice of the Flash in Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. He was
That's
also
awesome, man. I didn't know that.
in Justice League. He voiced Deadshot, also, and in Unlimited, Dr. Polaris and Ghoul were also voices. Apparently, he
That's pretty
voiced.
cool.
So pretty cool.
We've got a Super Team Family issue 6. It's got a reprint of the Composite Superman storyline
Oh, nice.
and a couple other stories in here. There's a Shazam story in here. See, I've got a couple Superman family issues. Issue 171. And there's a crazy like panel in this one, man. Where somehow Supergirl almost drowns. And Batgirl like pulls her up and like is trying to do CPR, but because like Supergirl's lung capacity is so crazy, she can't do it. So she like drags her over to a spare tire and like unscrews the thing and tries to like give her air through the spare tire. It's such a like
Wow.
cheesy thing, man. I got issue 197 and issue 214. Crazy looking Luthor on this one, man.
I like it.
So I've got the first 3 issues of Legends of the DC Universe. These are some awesome covers on these. I think every 3 issues focused on another hero in this run.
That's cool. I like that art.
Yeah.
That's a great shot.
I don't know who did the covers on these. But I really dig that painted style on these covers. Let's see, they were from, looks like 98. So that was getting pretty close to when I stopped collecting. That's probably why I didn't get any more in that run after that. See, I've got some actual Silver Age World's Finest here instead of reprints. I got issue 147.
Oh, awesome.
World's Finest issue 160. It's got a Batman and Robin crossover in there.
Love that, the checkerboard at the top.
Yeah. Silver Age, man, it was such a fun era. I'm pretty sure it was Metarock that got me into those books, man. The Silver Age. So we got a World's Finest issue 214. It looks like Superman fighting the Wolfman.
Oh, Ollie would like that one.
Yeah. So I've got World's Finest issue 298.
That's cool. I always see all these older books and like oh man, I think they have such great covers. Then I look at modern books and I can't stand the covers.
I know some of it, especially now with like 27 variants for every single book that comes out.
Oh man, alive!
I've got World's
recently
Finest.
Ordered some Superman books and same thing, going through a list of variants. I'm like, dude, just give me the one with the trade dress and everything on it. Like,
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't order that. I ordered the one I thought was the coolest.
It's crazy because everything, it's not just variants, man. There's always store exclusives, 1-in-100s, and it's crazy. I'm not sure what's going on with this cover, but it is starring Superman and Batman. It's issue 304. But Superman and Batman are not on the cover. Got issue 311 of World's Finest.
That's cool.
And it looks like it's getting into some Batman Superman here. We'll go ahead and get a stack of them out. Got issue 34.
That the Metal Men?
I believe so. Yeah. Yep. Got issue 39. Cool dark side cover in the background with Batman getting choked out. So I know you'll like that one.
Yeah.
Got issue 50. Sweet cover.
Ethan Van Sciver, EVS.
Oh, yeah. And I've got Annual 3. It looks like a newer take on Composite Superman.
Oh,
just
that's
kind of
nice.
sewn together there, it looks like.
Yeah. I like that. That's cool.
And this is an issue that I've seen like getting some heat lately for some reason. I have no idea why, but it's issue 8 with
Oh,
Supergirl.
because Supergirl appears in the Flash trailer. So it's the first Karazor L, or like, that version of Supergirl.
Oh,
That's her
really?
first appearance.
I know there was a variant
But
cover to this that was a con exclusive that just had Supergirl on the cover, like naked with the cape wrapped around her.
yeah, so there's a German reprint of that that's really, really I'll never own it.
Yeah.
But I think that Batman Superman number 24 is actually the Supergirl they're using. I believe this is her first appearance.
Really? Me.
Where she's
Pull
on the
it up
cover there
here.
with the black hair. Yeah. But I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody
that
just
looks like the one from the movie there.
right. So I don't know. Some people were saying that this should be the book that's hot, but whatever. I don't know. You know how that
I
goes.
like when they first started showing trailers for that and they showed the Supergirl with black hair. I'm like, who the crap is that supposed to? I've never seen a Supergirl with black hair before.
Yeah.
I hadn't like read the story or like I didn't even know that existed in the comics when I first saw that.
So they're supposed to be from a world where the genders are reversed. So that's basically
Oh, okay.
Superman, Batman, and then Superboy is Supergirl.
Okay.
This storyline's pretty wild.
Yeah. It's like the only thing that come to mind is like I remember when they did Lois Lane as Superwoman for a little while. And I think I want to say that was a DC Comics Presents issue or maybe an annual. I can't
I'm
remember.
not sure, but I know that that's been done. Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember like Lois being on the cover as Superwoman.
I think they touched upon a little bit in the All Star Superman. I know it's in the animated movie.
Yeah.
She takes some potion and she gets powers for 24 hours or something.
I know they've done that like so many times in the Silver Age though. Like
Yeah, for sure. What could you? You could do anything in the Silver
yeah,
Age.
they had like some wild stories back then, man. I know Lois Lane married a different person every week almost in the Silver Age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Superman Batman 1, and I think this was from the 2018 run when they started back over.
What
I
number is
remember
that?
picking up. This is number 1 from. I'm pretty sure it's from 2018.
Yeah, that would be Bendis then. That
Yep.
would be his start on it.
I stuck with this run for a little while, and then they crossed it over with like Deceased, and I was just kind of done with that. There's issue 2. They
No,
brought in
wait,
the
that's
Batman
Superman.
Who
That's
Laughs
Superman
and
Batman.
stuff.
That's I'm sorry, that's not Bendis. That's Joshua Williamson. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There's issue 3. That was the Deceased variant.
That
And
started crossing over with the death metal prelude or something like that, because then Supergirl becomes the infected and Shazam becomes King Shazam or
yeah.
something like that.
And this is actually issue 4 of Superman versus Batman. It's when they brought in the Batman Who Laughs. It's the acetate cover.
Yeah.
Like it says
That you're
Batman
the
Who Laughs
villain.
here, but on the inside it says Superman Batman issue 4.
That you're the villains whenever I started stepping out. It just I don't
Yeah.
know. I wasn't enjoying stuff as much, so
I liked the Batman Who Laughs when it first came out in the miniseries, and then they just started oversaturating them with like everything,
yeah. Yep.
and I got burned out
Oh, I
on
didn't know
that.
the back was like that too. That's sweet.
I didn't either till just now.
I think I only own the Flash issues that are you're the villain that are done like that. I think.
Oh yeah, I've got maybe 2 or 3 Year the Villain issues. There's issue 16. So I don't. This one might have come in an A-OK because after 4, I remember I quit. I stopped buying those.
Gotcha.
But that's kind of cool. I like the old school logos on the covers.
Costume, yeah.
All right, it looks like DC Comics Presents is up next. I got several of those. Here's issue 21. Got issue 24 with Deadman on the cover. I know Old Wolf would like that. He's one of the very few guys I know that's a legitimate fan of Deadman.
Deadman's a cool character. There's some when Action Comics went to Comics Weekly, there's some pretty cool Deadman covers during that 40 issue run.
I don't know very much about him other than I remember seeing him in a few of the animated series, a few episodes here and there. Here's one of my favorite covers from that run, the DC Comics Presents issue 32. Got Superman and Wonder Woman just making out while Steve Trevor and Lois Lane are back there like, man, what?
Shout out to Trev, the shipping guru. He likes them kissing covers.
Yeah, I do too, man. Pretty cool. I remember I saw Rayman the Silencer Man show this book. And I didn't know it existed before that, so I immediately ran to eBay, and I think I got a copy for like $3. Here's DC Comics Presents issue 50. I picked this one up because I love anytime they have Clark Kent on the cover with Superman, I like to get those issues.
I like to get issues that have two or more Superman on it. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. I like the idea of Clark and Superman on there. Is that Atomic Skull? An early version of him or earlier?
I believe so.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it says it in the word bubble here. Atomic Skull.
There you go.
So I've got issue 56 with Power Girl. Kind of homaging the Crisis issue 7 cover there a little bit. Let's see, issue 75. Man, I didn't realize that run went so long.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
Got issue 77.
Forgotten Hero.
Right, let's see. I've got about a half a short box left, so do you want to jump back to you for a little bit, man?
It's fine.
All right.
Do you want me to jump? Well, you know what? I got a few Superman things left. So I've got you have the latter half of Superman Batman, and I've got the beginning of it. So there was a Superman cover. And I love Ed McGuinness is man, I think he does 2 of the first 4 storylines or 2 of the first 3 storylines. I love Ed McGuinness, just that over exaggerated muscles on top of muscles. So you got the Batman cover. Those are both #1. This is the 3rd printing of #1. Sorry.
Oh, that's sweet. I like them coming out in the shadows there.
Yeah. So #2, Batman, Superman. Superman got shot. #3, same thing. Harking back to the shadows.
They had some awesome covers, man.
Yeah, so Superman and Batman are wanted at this time, so it's highlighting that. This is a great cover here. So this is dealing with President Lex, and so he sends Hawkman and Shazam or Captain Marvel to go fight Superman and Batman. So Pretty cool story. There is this is the Public Enemy storyline. If you ever catch the collected trade, and they made the animated movie about that storyline too.
I
So
think
then number
I've seen the
5,
animated movie.
number 5
Pretty sure.
incorporates the Bat and Superman families.
Oh, that's cool. I like Nightwing on the cover there.
Yeah, taking front and center. And then number 6,
Oh, the
pretty
power
significant
suit.
issue there. This is the last issue of Lex as president because he just, he's got to battle Superman and Batman.
Yeah.
This is number 7. There's kind of a just like a one-off issue
cool.
before it goes into the next storyline.
Now that version of Superboy. That's Connor Kent from the Reign of Superman, right?
Yes. So Superboy would be a part of Young Justice, and then there's a crossover. It's the Titans Young Justice graduation day, and so like something happens, and they both go their separate ways. It's like the Titans and Young Justice, a team up book, but it ends, and then the Titans transition into the Outsiders, and at the same time, Young Justice transitions into the Teen Titans, and that's going to be written by Jeff Johns during that time period. And that's where they got rid of the Superboy stories where he was a clone of Superman. I mean, he's still a clone of Superman, but they kind of changed. It gets retconned. He's a 50% clone of Superman, 50% clone of Lex Luthor, and I like that idea.
Yeah, that's cool. What's up, Psycho?
A lot of people don't like it. Hey, what's up, Aaron? So here is Superman Batman number 8. Number 9. And you're kind of getting the reintroduction of
cool. I like that cover.
Supergirl. Yeah, Michael Turner.
Bravo?
One of the last few things he did. So crazy, man, that he passed away at such a young age.
Yeah.
I think this is a Jim Lee cover during that time period. There's Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, the Trinity versus a bunch of Doomsday clones.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because remember, Doomsday had Darkseid had access to Doomsday with the Superman, Batman. The Trinity's on Apocalypse. Darkseid, gets a hold of Supergirl, turning her evil, and Supergirl is Supergirl proper.
That's awesome. I love those Michael Turner covers, man.
Here, oh, you do? That's right. Sorry, Ollie's. Superman, Batman would transition into. So I want to say for the first 25 issues of Superman, Batman, it's kind of takes place in the mainline DC universe, and then after that, they kind of. I don't want to say they took place out of universe, but they weren't going on with kind of current timeline or whatever. They're kind of just one-off stories. This, though, is a time travel story or an alternate timeline, but still taking place during the DC universe proper. Superman and Batman basically run the world with whatever the evil version of the Legion of Superheroes is. I can't think of it at the time. So in this timeline, Wonder Woman has to battle Superman. There you go. You got Superman, Batman captured. Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, that's cool.
I guess it's the Legion of Supervillains. Maybe that's what they're called. Then this is kind of an outlier issue. This is number 19. I believe this issue would also get reprinted as Supergirl number 0.
Oh, cool.
And then the last storyline brings back Ed McGuinness. And like I said, there's a lot going on. The top says introducing DC's mightiest new super team. And so they fight a team that's like, the characters are called like Monster, Archer, Soldier. It's basically Superman and Batman are fighting the Avengers.
Oh,
it's basically what it is. And there's one character called Bug Boy. It's Spider-Man. So yeah, it's a pretty cool storyline. See, there's Monster. It's supposed to be the Hulk. There's I believe a Soldier. I believe that's Captain America. So pretty cool story there.
I love
It
when
gets
they do
wild
stuff
though
like that.
because it gets pretty crazy and wild because Mr. Mixapitalik is actually kind of
He's involved.
yeah. So that's how you get these alternate versions of these characters. Which, like I said, it's just gender swap. That's Superman, Batman, and Supergirl, but gender swapped. And then this story is the last issue 25. This had double covers, and for whatever reason, I got the Batman, but I didn't get the Superman. So I'm gonna have to go back and look for that. Spoiler alert: if you've never read if you've never read Infinite Crisis, something happens in it, and this issue deals with that. This issue is also a tribute issue to Sam Loeb. It's Jeff Loeb's son. He passed away,
Oh,
I believe, after writing this, and so you get all the artists and whatnot paying tribute to him.
that.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I've got like 4 or 5 copies of Infinite Crisis 1 for some reason. I just kept like getting them in AOKs over the years.
At
But
one
that's
point,
the
I had
only issue I've
6
got.
of those. So I understand it happens.
Yeah. I even got somehow I even got like the Dollar Comics reprint of it somewhere.
Oh yeah, X11, man, having a great weekend for sure. This is a pretty wild annual, Superman Batman annual #1. It's Superman, or it's Bruce and Clark are on a cruise ship, and then they get stuck rooming together. Darkseid is the villain on it. I mean, Deathstroke is the villain on it, but I believe this guy's name is Bloodpool, and it's basically Deadpool in the DC universe. And he even comments that he's like, "Wait a minute, am I a ripoff of the ripoff of Deathstroke or something like that?" So it's a pretty fun story.
Do like cheesy little Easter eggs like that.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun story. I had this book next to it. It's just a regular issue of Superman, but 712. When I was digging through my books to find stuff, this was right next to Superman Batman #26, that tribute issue.
Oh yeah.
And so this is a really, really fantastic issue of Superman. It is a crypto story, and it deals with I'll just say it. Superboy dies in Infinite Crisis, and Crypto was his dog there at the end, and so it's a whole issue of Crypto just waiting for Superboy to come back, and it's utterly depressing. It's awesome. Unpopular opinion: Deadpool is a Spy Master knockoff. Just saying. Oh, nice.
No, who is Spy Master?
Hold on 1 second. Sorry, going through.
I've never been like a Deadpool fan at all, though, so I don't really know much about Deadpool's history, other than he was taken from Deathstroke.
I liked Deathstroke. I mean, Deadpool when he was a serious character. I never really liked him when he basically became Spider-Man of the X-Men universe.
Yeah,
I always liked him as a serious character. These are some Superman miniseries I have. This is the Superman World of New Krypton. So this is taking place right after that Jeff Johns storyline where the bottled cities that Brainiac had.
Kandor?
Yes. So basically it gets released and that becomes New Krypton. So, and then they brought back, let me see if I can find it. That glare. There it is. They brought back triangle numbers during that storyline. So, yeah. So this is taking place during the Action Comics and the Superman storyline. I mean, Superman books, also with the Supergirl books. So you just got a lot going on there.
Is that Zod?
Yes, because that version of Zod was brought back when Jeff Johns was running through Action Comics.
Cool.
I love that cover because I love the idea. I love the idea of Green Lanterns. Maybe not being able to hang with Kryptonians, but you know, they say the Green Lantern ring is the most powerful weapon in the universe. He should be able to hang with Superman. And Jeff Johns was one of the writers. Well, actually, this is Jeff Robinson, but I believe he was kind of coordinating the storyline. So you would while he's writing Green Lantern, so you'd understand why. Some more. This is Superman teaming up with what is his name? Anon or whatever, and Ursula from Zod's people. Then the Hawkmen, the Thanagarians get involved. Like, this is a pretty legit storyline. DC did not get behind it as far as promoting it, but something I'm looking forward to reading. I only know bits and pieces of it, and then leading into the War of the Supermen. I got this 4-issue miniseries in a win from David's Comics and Wrestling. I had won his 300 subscriber giveaway or 400 subscriber giveaway, whichever one it was at the time. I think it's 300. And he sent me this miniseries 1, 2, 3, and 4. So looking forward to reading that whole new Krypton storyline. I'm trying to collect it all before I read it, which it'd probably be easier if I just bought it digitally and did all that. But I like to do things the hard way, and there's no substitute for having the physical book in front of you.
I know, man. I've always preferred like the physical copies of books.
So there you go. Spy Master from Iron Man during the Bob Layton run was the OG. Deadpool was a ringer.
Everything comes from something else, man.
What's that?
Everything seems to come from something else.
Oh,
it's hard to like. It's got to be, especially now, almost impossible to come up with like an original idea for a new hero.
Yeah. So, and then the last Superman thing I really have, and I have a few more of these, but I'm not sure where I wound up putting them. These were the 100-page giants that reprinted a lot of stuff from Walmart. I think there's like an 8-page story that's original. But I didn't get many of the Superman because I already owned every one of the other books that was reprinted during that storyline. But I mean, during those books. So I didn't really see the need to pay $5 for an 8-page story. But just I had to get number 1 because it's Superman. So
I don't think I picked any of those up, man. I remember seeing them at Walmart, but they was always in like horrible shape, with like torn covers or something.
Yeah.
We're like,
you gotta
dude.
See. I was fortunate; I was able to get them day of. So
yeah.
Other than that, all I've got is Superboy and Supergirl books. That exhausted my Superman stuff.
All right.
So if you want to save the Superboy and Supergirl next week or whatever, just let me know.
No, we can do it in this one, man.
All right.
Let's see. I've still got half a short box left, so go grab some snacks, guys. This one's going to be a while. See, I've got Superman Krypton Chronicles issue 1.
That's awesome. I love that old stuff. Just cool.
Yeah. I think this was part of a mini series.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says miniseries up in the corner. Not sure how many issues it was. I've got a couple of Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen here. I've got issue 125, and for some reason, it's like Jimmy Olsen is putting like fake tears on Superman. Don't know what's going on there. There's a couple great covers I still need to pick up. There's like one of Superman in a dentist chair, and I think that's in the Jimmy Olsen run. I've got a let's see what issue. This is issue 141. It's got Superman and Guardian, and I think that's Don Rickles, man.
I seen you post this.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
This one, I believe this one came from Night Tiger.
Nice.
He AOK'd me a bunch of DC Kirby books. And I've got issue 37 of Jimmy Olsen.
No, that's the Superman regular title.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I passed on that book before thinking it was the Superman Jimmy Olsen book, but no, it's just a play on it. Yeah.
So this needs to be in my Superman box.
Yeah. It's during. I don't. It's either right before. I mean, right after Byrne left, or right before he leaves. But I passed on that book for the same reason. I was like, oh, that's a cool cover. I'm just not collecting it at the time, but I was collecting it at the time because it was a regular Superman book.
I got to leave that out and put that in my Superman box.
I love bottom tier. Hot take: Superman pal Jimmy Olsen is the worst book I've ever read, and it's the reason I haven't finished my Fourth World Omnibus after owning it for almost a year.
Oh man!
Oh, that's 11. I mean,
Don't tell
that's
that to
11. I'm
Gray
reading the
Man.
next 11. That's hilarious. We have so many folks. It's easier to associate the favorite characters / books to help remember everyone. Right on. The Art Chemist. What's up?
Yo, what's up, Art Chemist? I've got a few, just 2 of the Trinity issues, Batman and Wonder Woman. Got issue 17. Oh, did I freeze up?
There you are.
I think I froze for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, my internet just dropped to 1 bar for some reason. I've got issue 33, which I'm pretty
I've heard nothing good
sure
about
was a
that
connecting
weekly series.
cover.
I think they released a connecting cover for each character. It was a rotation of 3 books. I think there'd be a Batman cover, a Superman cover, a Wonder Woman cover, then a Batman cover, Superman cover, a Wonder Woman cover, and they would all connect per issue, per 3. So 1 through 3, 3 through, or 4 through 6 connected.
I keep getting the unstable connection warning.
Oh, gotcha. Do you need to wrap it?
No, I'll go until StreamYard shuts me down.
Until it cuts off.
Yeah. I've got some old Silver Age adventure comics here. This is issue 298. It's got the fat version of Superboy and Lana Lang. I've always said that would be me as Superboy there. That's how I would look if I got the spandex suit.
That's crazy.
I've got Adventure Comics issue 323.
Nice.
This has got the Legion in it.
Yeah, Adventure Comics would be a Superman book, right? I mean, a Superboy book.
Yeah. Yep. And issue 349.
Oh, nice.
Jumping from the Silver Age back to the 90s. I've got 4 issues here of Steel. Got issue 1. And see, this is the direct, and I've got the newsstand of issue 1.
Nice.
And see, it jumps from issue 1 to issue 15. And it jumps from issue 15 to issue 50. This was the
but that's part of the Millennium Giants
yeah.
cover, isn't it?
Yep.
That's part of the connecting cover?
It is.
Nice.
And it looks like it's going into my Supergirl run now. I've got one of the Convergence books, Supergirl Matrix. That's issue 1. I've got Supergirl and Team Luthor. This was one of the annuals. I think it was or it might have just been a 64-page.
I think it's a one shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not considered a triangle number 1 shot, but
I know, considering the time that it came out, like 93. Yep. I think it was 93.
That's a book I'm looking for. Even though it's not a straight up triangle number, being triangle number adjacent, I bet it fits into the continuity.
Yeah, I think it is. I know it tripped me out when I first found out that Supergirl was dating Lex Luthor. I was like, man, what is going on here?
Yeah, for real.
So I've got Future's End. This was a one shot with Supergirl.
Oh, nice.
And
That's the
it's like it
lenticular
got like a
covers, right? Yeah.
cyborg. Yeah, it's got like a cyborg version of Supergirl. And I don't know how well that's going to come across because of the ring light on my webcam.
I see it moving a little bit.
Yeah. And I've got a pretty good run of the 96. Yeah, this is from the 96 series, which I think introduced was it Laura Danvers as
Yeah.
Supergirl?
Linda
This was
Danvers,
yeah, Linda Danvers,
which
which I
always
think was the Matrix Supergirl.
so I always got confused. I'm like, why did they go with Danvers? Like we got Carol Danvers, and
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know.
Just
But yeah, this is a run I picked up on eBay. I got the first, I want to say 20, maybe not that many.
is that Peter David writing a lot of those?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Peter David, Gary Frank, and Cam Smith.
Oh wow, Gary Frank. Wow,
Yeah, but I
nice.
never picked these ones up back in the day. For some reason I just couldn't find these. So I don't know if it had like Key Element back when it first came out.
Hmm.
But I felt that lot on eBay like really cheap. So I think I got the whole lot for like $15.
Oh, not bad.
There's issue 2. Here's number 3. This had a crossover with the Final Night story.
I used to have a copy of that had the DC Universe logo, but I sent
Oh,
that
really?
to Scoons Comics.
This one
He
is
gave me a
the direct.
bunch of Superman issues,
Oh, awesome.
so I gave him all my triangle. I mean, all my logo variants.
Here's issue 4. I've never read this run, but I'm not sure if that's supposed to be Gorilla Grodd or not.
I think so, but I'm not sure. And then I saw someone post that book the other day saying there's a first appearance in there, but I have no
Oh,
idea
really?
what the first appearance is. That's another one I had the logo variant that I gave away. And
Oh,
then I hear
man.
there's a first appearance, and I'm like, but it is what it could. It's probably such a minor first appearance. You know,
Yeah.
nowadays everything is blown up to being a major
I
thing,
know,
even though
that's
it's not.
crazy. A dollar book that's been like a dollar book for 30 years will all of a sudden have like some obscure thing that makes it ridiculous to try to
Yeah.
get.
Someone sees that they have 20 of them, and they're like, "How can I make this book
Yeah.
sell so I can get rid of these?"
There's issue 5.
Chemo.
Got number 6. This was one where
What was that?
Superman showed up in it.
Nice. Against Rampage.
We've got issue 7. I guess this one was probably delving into a little bit of the storyline, kind of maybe revealing more about Linda Danvers.
There's something weird with that. There's some story where the Matrix bonded with an angel or something like I don't know. I fully don't understand what's going on there. It's something I need to read up on.
Here's issue 8. It says Misery Date. I've been on some dates almost that bad, but not quite. That guy looks like he had a rougher time than me. There's issue 9. I like that cover, kind of coming out of the flames.
Oh, nice.
Issue 10. Rescuing a school bus, it looks like. And here's one of my favorite covers from the series. It's issue 11 and 12.
Oh yeah. Silver
Yeah.
Banshee.
They kind of go together there.
Oh, awesome.
Make sure I don't put them out of order. Excuse me. A little frog in my throat. I've got issue 13. Issue 14. Another pretty cool cover.
Mm-hmm. I almost bought some of those Genesis issues the other day, that 5-issue storyline event or whatever, but I passed on it.
Oh, really? I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever read the actual Genesis storyline.
Yeah, same here. So it's one of those things where, do I leave with 30 books or do I just buy what I'm really looking for and budget correctly? Literal firework Supergirl cover.
Here's issue 15. This is one that Simple Simon would probably love.
Their bondage cover.
Yeah.
I love the random villains that I don't recognize.
Yeah. This is issue 16. Kind of got this Linda
the
Danvers
portrait
Supergirl. Yeah, half face. And it jumps from 17 to issue 20, which was another one of the Millennium Giants crossovers. And the last Supergirl book is issue 1 from Rebirth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's where they introduced the Cyborg Superman, and then they were like, wait, no, we don't want to do the Cyborg Superman like that. So like they kind of shot themselves in the foot. Because then they would reintroduce the Cyborg Superman proper in Action Comics, I think. Jurgens would reintroduce him, yeah.
Then it gets into the Superboy, which I've got a stack about like that. So you want to show some Supergirl?
Yeah, I can show you all my Supergirls. I don't have too many. Okay, so this is that issue I showed where it was Superman Batman number 19. So this is that was started. They reprinted it as 0. So this is where it takes off. This is Jeff Loeb. This is Ian Churchill on art. So there was something going on at the time. This is a light during the build up to Infinite Crisis / the events going on. And what it's supposed to be is Power Girl is the Supergirl of Earth 2 or something like that. And so when these two get around each other, it's like they have an inclination to fight. And so that's what they did there. So she goes and visits the Titans because she's a teenager at the time. And then Lex gets a hold of her because he wants to use her for his reasons. And so then she kind of, doing some introspective thing, figuring out what's going on. And I guess Hawkman's there because, when she messed with Power Girl dealing with the Justice Society. And then the 2 versions of Supergirl. When she's exposed to, I think, red kryptonite, there's an evil version of her or something. I don't remember exactly what goes on there. I'm a little hazy about that, but there was an evil version of her. She has a dark side. It's pretty much what it was. So those are the first 5 issues.
Bravo roasted me about my beard.
What's happened?
He still hasn't got over where I shaved off the long beard. I got my membership to the Brotherhood of Bearded Villains got rejected.
I've never read this issue, but it was one of the is one of the books that I had to have when I saw it. I think this is Bendis on the cover, but I'm not sure. But it's a pretty heavy cover, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. The anything Power Girl is gonna have that little window view.
And then these books, I got these when I was trying to collect Joshua Middleton covers. So these are part of that same New Krypton story. I haven't read them, but these are Joshua Middleton Supergirl covers. I pulled up something and
nice.
looked up where he had done all the covers he had done, and I saw that he did some Supergirls. So that one's not that impressive. But there, of course, when you get to Supergirl, you can kind of see that's his style right there.
Yeah.
And I believe that's Superwoman. She's battling there.
I've never seen any of those before, I don't think.
Yeah, this is towards the tail end of the Supergirl run, right before they go into the New 52.
Oh, bottom tier says Supergirl was a Red Lantern at one point in the New 52.
Yes, in the New 52 she was. And I'm sorry, I didn't point out the numbers. That was 39, Supergirl 39. 40. I found a pretty decent run of these at half price books. 41. Yeah, I like Power Girl also. She's my favorite.
Like her?
She's my favorite female character.
Why?
Because she's healthy, Lady Prime. She's healthy.
I've been looking at I think it's All Star Comics 57 is her first appearance.
Yep, I've been looking at it. It's a little bit
trying to find a cheaper copy.
A little bit pricey, but yeah. So this is 45. I skipped a few issues, and then I skipped a few issues again. I got 49, also Middleton. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
What's up, SDA?
Oh, SDA in the chat. Hello.
I love that Optimus Prime avatar.
Bottom tier, I heard recently that Power Girl's creator says she has the boob window because she ripped the Superman symbol off her suit. I can't remember if he says that as a joke or if it's serious. No, so what happened is Jeff Johns said that the reason she had the boob window is because she could not find out her identity. And so she didn't have a symbol or whatever to tie there. And everybody makes fun of Jeff Johns for it.
Yeah.
I thought it was an okay explanation.
Yeah, it works for me.
Yeah, I mean. So I got the Supergirl Rebirth one shot. I can think of 2 reasons why she's your favorite.
What's up, Grandmaster?
And this is the same one you showed.
Yeah, I think there's a store here called Ollie's. It's a discount shop.
Yeah,
and I bought a whole pack of those Rebirth #1s for like
$6.
Nice. Yeah.
This is the issue #2. Then I stopped collecting it at that time, but then I started picking up when Art Germ did some of the variants on it.
Oh, that's cool. I love Art Germ.
Yeah, I like this one because
some cool Batgirl Art Germ books.
This calls back to
awesome.
Some of the 70s look or whatever.
Yeah, I think that was I want to say that was her first Solar series back in the 70s. That was
I think you're right. And then here's the animated universe Supergirl.
There's a Gallery Select statue of that for like $50. I've come so close to buying that so many times.
There, kind of her appearance, when she returned in the Superman Batman book, her modern costume. Also, one of the 80th anniversary of Action Comics or Superman, so they threw him on a lot of the covers. The next ones I have are Amanda Connor art, Supergirl, which I got this one. I love Crypto on the cover, so
yeah. Crypto, man, he's cool.
This was during that what was the name? The Unity storyline that Bendis was doing, and so this book tied in with it, where the Superman family and the Zod family were kind of teaming up, and I don't know, whatever. Bendis really threw me off. So I like this one. This is one of the Year of the Villain books. I love that idea of Brainiac being scary. And that's it on my Supergirl books.
They definitely need to do Brainiac on the big screen, man.
Yeah. Let him be the threat he is.
Yeah.
After that, all I've got is Superboy books, and there's not many of those.
All right. I'll go ahead and jump into my Superboy.
So-
Starting off with some old school here. I've got Superboy and the Legion. I don't know the issue number because it was one of the Whitman variants. For whatever reason, on the Whitmans, they didn't put the issue numbers.
They don't put the number on it, right?
Yeah, I don't know why, but
I don't either. Silver Knight Kyle gifted me a Whitman recently, and I thought I had some in my collection, but I guess not. But I could not. I had to open it up to find out what number it was.
Here's issue 224.
Nice.
Got issue 256.
I love that. It's cool.
And then it jumps into the solo Superboy books. This one is issue 1 from 1980.
Oh, is this the?
Superboy
Oh
and
no, never mind.
Crypto.
Wow, I've never seen that. That's cool. I used to think Crypto was such a dumb, stupid, silly character, and I read one issue of when Jeff Loeb was writing Superman. There's an issue where Crypto's like on the cover. Ed McGuinness is doing the art, so it's kind of a cartoony style, and I just fell in love. I believe, yeah, my friend that's in the chat, Grandmaster B, let me borrow that issue, and I was hooked.
SDA is saying check the inside. So it must have.
Oh, for the
issue,
Whitman, yeah.
Must have the issue.
You'll be able to see it there at the bottom of the information. I agree, bottom tier. Super Pets is a great movie. Yeah, Ollie loves that movie.
Because there's a buff hamster.
He loves it because of the buff hamster. So. Supergirl is awesome, but Dark Supergirl is fire.
It looks like 212.
212. Okay. Bottom tier says, "All right, I got to go get wrecked by a bunch of 5-year-olds. I'll finish this out on replay." All right, bottom tier, have fun.
Have a good
Once
one,
again,
bro.
tell Owen happy birthday and man alive. That's awesome. Enjoy it. You made it this far. You made it to 5 years. So.
Enjoy that piece of cake.
Yes, yeah. Lady Prime says, "Enjoy that cake. That's for you."
I've got Superboy 131 from the Silver Age. Doesn't look like he's having a very good day.
I don't know, man. There's something enduring about those covers. Like younger me, like 20-year-old me, would have never been interested in buying those because they didn't look cool. They weren't all, but like now, you know, I'm barely entering into my 40s. But I don't know. There's something enduring about those covers. Like if I find them on the cheap, I'll get them.
Yeah, it was maybe just 5 years ago when I first started getting into the Silver Age books. Because for just forever, I was just all about the 90s and some early 80s. And then I started watching guys like Night Tiger and Metarog. And I started getting interested in the old books and just read some of them. And it hooked me, man. The cheesiness of some of the stories.
Yeah, like those guys, when they show their love for it, like they get you hooked on it. You're like, you can see how they appreciate it. So you start to appreciate it yourself. Yeah, for sure.
This is a cool cover. It's issue 149, and this is a Bonnie and Clyde cover.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
He should have thrown her in front of him so he didn't reveal his identity.
Sorry, Lana.
Something's got to remain a secret. Yeah. That bothered me so much about the Snyder movie. About Man of Steel, like He was so willing to throw his secret identity out there. Lois Lane could just figure it out. She's such an awesome reporter. Like, oh, that bothered me so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I had to buy 2 of these because I didn't like the way the first one fit.
Voltron.
Yeah.
And speaking of shirts, I'm rocking the
I
Superman
saw that. I was going to
shirt.
ask you to show it off.
Yeah.
Nice.
I remember you AOK'd me the book with that
Oh.
image on it.
That's Jim Lee right there.
Yeah. And that was like the first time I realized that this image came from a comic. So I had to dig it
Well,
out.
you
For the
said
stream.
you had it, and I was like trying
Yeah.
to think. I was like, I don't remember him wearing a shirt that had that image, but I didn't realize they took out the background and just focused
Yeah.
on Superman. So that's awesome shirt.
I've had this shirt for 8 or 9 years, man. I picked it up the last time I went to Myrtle Beach.
Nice.
So I had to dig it out again. I haven't worn it in forever. So we got issue 150 here.
It's awesome.
Issue 152. This is a cool cover. It's got like 2 versions of Superboy there. Kind of a monster version where he's peeling back the window shade.
Love it. You wouldn't get stories like this nowadays.
Nah. Everything nowadays is it's usually like has a serious take to it instead of just like a fun, cheesy kind of story. Here's another crypto cover. It's issue 162. And this is a 15-cent cover, so I think it was going from silver to Bronze Age.
Okay.
I think bronze was the second, or it might. I can't remember if copper or bronze was after the Silver Age.
After silver, it all bleeds together for me.
Yeah.
I basically feel like it's all bronze.
Yeah.
I feel like it's golden, silver, bronze, and modern. Even though is the 90s really modern, but yeah.
I know it's
that's just how I view it.
To me, the 90s is still like.
I don't want to call it old. It's still current.
Yeah, it bugs me, man. Like I was watching a video the other day about I think it was about video games, and they were talking about retro games, and they pulled out like some PS3 games. I'm like, that's not retro. I thought they were going to show like some Nintendo or Sega Genesis. They were like, here's some PS3 games.
Oh, man alive.
Thanks for making me feel even older.
Yes.
I've got issue 166. It's another kind of dual Superboy cover.
See, yeah, give me 2 of the same. Give me 2 Superman or Superboys in the cover, and I'm interested in it. I want to do a cover challenge. Multiple Superman covers. Where you get at least 2 Superman on the cover.
That would be cool. We got issue 167 here with a super baby just kind of flipping out and destroying everything.
$0.15. Nice.
And here we have Superboy at it looks like Clark Kent's funeral. It's issue 169.
What do politicians have in common with Superman?
I don't know, man.
It's got to be something about having secret identities or something like that.
Could be.
You don't know who they really are or something.
When like I think politician, I see visions of snakes instead of Superman.
They both wear a suit and tie when pretending to be human.
That's the joke of the day right there, brother.
Right on.
I've got issue 172.
Super Ape. DC and apes at the time. I don't know. And the reason they did that is they said the sales would go up every time they had a monkey or ape on the cover.
Oh, really?
So for whatever reason, you got to give the people what they want.
And see, I've got issue 178, and if I'm not mistaken, this is some Neil Adams work.
Oh, nice. I think so.
I believe I heard Silver Age, Bronze Age Babe talking about this issue.
That's awesome.
See, then I think these were from the early '80s. Adventures of Superboy, issue 15. These were some flea market finds back in the day.
Nice.
I've got issue 44. Looks like maybe Poseidon.
Yeah.
Oh, Neptune. It says Neptune, god of the sea. And I believe this was supposedly the first photo cover in DC. Anyway, it's Superboy the comic book based on the TV series.
Oh, I know which cover you're talking about. Yeah.
I heard somebody say this was the first photo cover. I don't know if they meant just for DC or just in general. I don't remember.
I know there's an issue of Action Comics where there's art on it and a cover, but this may be the full-on first photo cover. The only other one I can think of is
I remember a Spider-Man photo cover from back in the I want to say 80s maybe.
You're right. Where they got that terrible guy in a terrible costume.
Yeah. And see the last couple here. I've got a Superboy Zero. I've got the Direct and the newsstand.
I gave away my Superboy Zero that has the it's the equivalent of the DC Universe logo, but it's a 0 hour logo.
Oh,
I gave that away to Scoons Comics, totally forgetting that that's one of King Shark's first appearances or a cameo or something like that.
Yeah, cameo. Issue 9, I think, was his first full.
Yeah, so I gave that one away.
This was the issue. This was the original issue I had when I was a kid.
The newsstand?
The newsstand version.
Nice.
And I don't know if you can see on YouTube, but I used to love to try to trace covers. So I put a thin sheet of paper over and I traced it.
So it's got indentions all on it.
Outline all the way around.
That's awesome.
So I wanted a more mint copy, so I picked up the direct edition on the cheap a couple years ago.
That's awesome.
Because it just bugged me that I had that pen outline like all the way around it. Then it jumps up to issue 40 with the electric Superman.
Okay, so this is the actual. Okay, yeah. The Connor Kent.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then from there, it goes to issue 31 from the New 52 era. I still need to find a cheap copy of issue 9 in a lot maybe, because I do want to like work on that original 90s run. But yeah, that's the end of my box there. Let me switch it back over. I think all the issues in that run are still pretty cheap except for issue 9.
Gotcha. So I have from the same thing from the Superboy TV show. This is issue number 3. I just got this in like a multi-pack.
Yeah.
You know, like 10 books for $2 or $3. A blind bag, I think, is how I got it. This
It's
one
funny,
though, go ahead.
I went back and I saw like there's a free streaming service called Tubi,
Oh yeah.
and they
This
have that Superboy series on there. And I went back and I tried to like watch the first issue. And God, it's so bad.
it didn't hold up. See, I
No.
remember being a kid and loving it. Like,
Yeah,
and that was my first taste of Metallo. I was like, oh, who's this guy? Like, man, me and my brother would watch it. But I tried to watch clips of it on YouTube, and man, it's rough.
yeah.
This one I did buy on purpose. This is The Adventures of Superboy. Same thing from the TV show. This is issue number 12, but it's a Christmas cover, and so I added it to my Christmas cover collection.
That's awesome.
So, this is one of my favorite comic covers of all time. This is Superboy number 8 during 0 Hour, and it's where Superboy, Connor Kent,
I've seen that cover. That's awesome.
takes on Superboy. So I always loved that cover, so much so that I got a second one. Yeah, it upset me that I got rid of that number 0 because I do own
you got
number 9. Yeah. And I picked this up for like $1. Some Instagram seller was selling it for $1, and I said, yes, I want that one.
It's crazy, man, that book went up so much because
the TV show appearance, right?
I don't feel like anybody really cares about King Shark. It was just one of those spec things.
Yeah.
It was just on somebody's hot 10 list, and all of a sudden it's ridiculous.
This is New 52 Superboy. Same thing. I bought some blind bags at a show. Well, actually, a friend bought me some blind bags. They gave him like a really, really ridiculous deal on it. So, but I have 2 copies of this Superboy number 20.
I've got a shirt with that on it too, man.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. I'll grab it right quick while you're showing us.
And then I picked up Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 1. This is the only issue from this series. I was not a fan of aging Jonathan Kent up. Like, not a fan at all. I enjoyed him being, a kid. The interaction with Superboy as a father. I guess I enjoyed it so much being myself, being a dad with Ollie James. But I did like the homage to Superman number 1. But I tried reading this book. It was terrible. I don't understand how there's people who will swear by Tom Taylor. I do not. So, yeah. That's it for Superboy titled books. The next things I have are adventure comics. And this came out right after Superboy returned from the dead. He died in Infinite Crisis number 6, I think. They brought him back during Final Crisis. It was the Legion of Three Worlds storyline or something like that. And so I'm a fan of the idea of Connor Kent being a clone of half Superman, half Lex Luthor. I love the idea. I love the battle, the internal battle. Is he good? Is he evil? I'm a huge fan of that. I like this cover. That's Adventure Comics number 1. Legacy issue number 504. And at some point, they're going to go back to the Legacy issue numbers. Here is Adventure Comics number 2. Superboy. Before he died, he had a very special night with Wonder Girl. And that's them having dinner in the sky. And got Crypto there holding up the table. During Superboy's death, there is an issue where Tim Drake kisses Wonder Girl, Cass.
Oh.
And so, this is him reconciling with her or trying to figure out what's going on after returning from the dead. So, yeah, pretty cool. You have Superboy here chasing down Red Robin, Tim Drake, because he's going to kill him for the kiss. And no, I think this is him just going back and reconnect. I mean, he was missing for however long it took place in the story, but touching base with what's going on with the world that he left behind. Because if you remember Infinite Crisis, after it ends, they do the 1 year later storyline. So at least a year has passed. He's at least been missing for a year. And if I'm not mistaken, in Teen Titans, during the 1 year storyline, they show Tim Drake in a secret lab trying to reclone Superboy and bring him back to life. So he definitely took a hit with the death of his best friend. This is Adventure Comics number 4, Blackest Night tie-in. We got Superboy Prime over here. The interesting thing about Superboy Prime is that this story ends where he's in a world where he doesn't have superpowers, and he's sitting behind a keyboard just typing about how much he hates what's going on in the comics. So Jeff Johns going meta there.
Little fourth wall thing.
Yeah. Adventure Comics number 5. So you got an homage there to what is it, number 7?
Yeah, Crisis.
Crisis in Infinite Earths. Yeah. This is number 6, which takes a break from the Blackest Night storytelling. So I got a crypto cover. And the last book I'll show today is number 7, which once again goes back to the idea of Adventure Comics. I mean, of Blackest Night. And during the Blackest Night story arc, anyone who had died before and came back to life, somehow the Black Lanterns were able to revert them to their death state, and they became Black Lanterns without being killed a second time. So pretty cool.
I've heard that was a cool storyline, but I've never read the.
Oh man, it's the whole Jeff Johns Green Lantern run. If you can find a way to read it from Green Lantern Rebirth number
Green
1,
Lantern issues by Jeff Johns, and they're awesome.
yeah, it's an epic. The whole thing, you know, there's some down periods in that storyline, but it's just prepping you, and you learn some new information, and I mean, it's just leading to this huge crescendo of Blackest Night.
Now,
but even then, this
was that continued from Brightest Day, or did Brightest Day come after?
Brightest Day came after Blackest Night.
After?
Yeah, because like the Green Lantern saying in what is it, in Blackest Night and Brightest Day or something like that, but you know, they tie them together. So yeah, that's it.
I found the shirt. I had to dig to the bottom of my dirty clothes basket, so I'm glad that YouTube doesn't have smell-o-vision. But yeah,
That's cool. I don't think I've ever seen that shirt before.
yeah. My brother actually got this for me.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, dig it.
I didn't know where this image came from either till you showed that book, man. I was like, hey, I recognize that.
I'm showing you where all the comic images come from on your shirts.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's awesome, man. I appreciate you hanging out, brother.
Yeah, no problem, man.
This was a fun.
I told the wife it was only going to be an hour, so I'm going to be in trouble here in a minute.
If you need a couch to stay on, man, just fly to North Carolina, and I'll hook you up.
We're going to blame Naman. We're going to blame Naman for showing up.
Yeah.
So,
you got anything that you want to promote right quick before I end the stream?
I know I've got the Monday stream and talked about wrestling the past few weeks. I don't know. I advertised this last time that it was wrestling related, and it seemed like not as many people showed up. So maybe I'm just going to call it the Monday Hangout. I don't know.
Yeah.
And we'll just talk about wrestling then. I'm not sure how we're going to do that. I'm possibly considering going live tomorrow night with my reactions to the AEW pay-per-view. Not during the show, but waiting till after the show and just doing a reaction video. I'm not sure on that. I may do it. Just depends on how late that is. Because Ollie, it's a school night for him, and just depends on how late that show runs. But we'll order that pay-per-view tomorrow. So
that's cool.
Trying to think. The only videos I released this past week were an AOK that Kyle sent me, Silver Knight Kyle, and a Lady Prime toy video. This coming week, we may try to get another filming of her T-shirt collection.
Oh, cool.
May film that tomorrow. I'm not sure. And then this coming week, I've got some haul videos I want to show. Some Instagram purchases, a haul I got there, and then a haul video from Half Price Books. So
nice.
Definitely do that at some point this week, because I want to show how I'm getting closer and closer on the triangle numbers. So yeah.
That's awesome, man. It's going to be cool when you finally get that completed.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Can't wait to see them all in order and whatever.
Yeah.
Also, I've been going live an hour before Breakfast with Brian. I know it's on a Saturday, and I know everybody wants to sleep in on Saturday morning. But if you guys hit up Breakfast with Brian, you're looking for something to do that hour before, man, jump in the chat. We have a good old time. I finally did some giveaways today. I did 2 giveaways to kind of make up for the weeks that I didn't do one. Neil Collects won my first giveaway, so it was pretty awesome because I told Neil he's almost like a day one supporter. So I thought it was fitting that he won it. David Comics and Wrestling won my second giveaway that morning, and he gifted it to Cat Fan Comics Man. So
cool.
that's pretty awesome. We had a fun time this morning.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, for sure.
See, my channel, as far as regular videos, I don't really have much planned. I was thinking about maybe jumping back into the superhero origin videos that I was doing for a little while last year.
Oh, I dug those.
Yeah, because it's been a while since I did one of those, and those were just fun to make because I always find out like something about the
New
heroes
for
or
yourself,
villains
right?
that I didn't know before. Yeah, and see the next Harry Potter movie reaction stream will be Tuesday probably, and I'm up
Are you
to
on Order of the Phoenix now?
Yeah, I think that's the 5th movie. That'll be the next one.
Okay, so you did Goblet of Fire this past week.
Yeah, I did that.
What'd you think?
Tuesday. Oh, man, I couldn't really get into the first hour or so, but the last hour or so really drew me in and ended up liking it more. But the way it started with the first hour was just kind of confusing, and it might have been because I had been awake all night the night before, so I was
That'll do it.
super tired. But the last hour of it really picked up, man. It was cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out the Order of the Phoenix next. And I think there's only 2 more after that. Or maybe 3, because I think the last
3.
movie is in 2 parts.
Yes. Yeah. It'll be Order of Phoenix.
Yeah.
Then Half-Blood Prince, and then Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2. So yeah.
I thought about doing it in one big stream for the final 2 movies, but then I was looking at how long each one was.
5-hour stream almost or whatever.
So yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep it split up into 2 parts.
I still have not seen the last one.
Really?
Yeah, I watched Part 1 and I just haven't. I don't know. I'm not ready for that to end, I guess. When I finally do, I'm gonna go back and watch them like how you're watching them 1, 2, 3, and that way I reintroduce myself to all the information and then finish it off.
I've heard that the Fantastic Beasts movies are a part of that world.
Yes, I think they're prequels. Is that what it is? Yeah, they're prequels.
The prequels, okay.
Yeah. So
I'm not sure if I'll check those out or not after, because I don't really care too much about prequel stories.
Lady Prime says they weren't. Said you can go without seeing them and you're fine.
All right, cool. I definitely don't want to be sitting there watching something for like 2.5 hours that I'm not enjoying.
Usually that's when you just go off on the movie. You cut a promo on it for 2 hours.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll wrap this up and end this before you get in any more trouble, man.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn. Oh man, I didn't get a full night's. I didn't get a full night's sleep last night because of my morning stream. It's like I gotta wake up early.
Sorry it ran so long, brother.
You're good.
You're good. It out.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for letting me hang out.
It's awesome, man. It makes it more fun, man, having somebody else to talk books with.
I believe it for sure.
Yeah. And,
so after we finish after you do your series, I'll do my going through my comic book collection.
I'll be there for that, man. If I don't catch them live, I'll definitely catch the replays.
And so, yeah. Well, man, have a good day. Have a good weekend, and
you too, brother.
Tell everybody to keep it 9,000.
Yeah. I'm still not sure if I want to stick with that catchphrase or not, man, because it sounds so cheesy.
I don't know, man.
You know, I'll be doing nothing but clickbait thumbnails where I'm making the O face.
There you go.
Keep it 9,000, guys.